Jerry, welcome to Arrow Presents. Thank you for coming in today. So a lot of people don't know who you guys are, but it may be worth for those that don't, just explaining who L3C are, if you could.
Okay, thanks for the invite, Matt. L3C are an AI cloud provider. So that means we provide infrastructure for clients to actually test and deploy their AI models and solutions in a cloud so that they don't have to expend on large infrastructure. Once they've developed their model, they can then decide on the appropriate deployment method, and we can actually help them with that. So we can help them with an on-premise appliance so they can consume that as a cloud, or they can do a typical resale. But most people come to us to actually begin their AI journey.
So we hear a lot about AI, Jerry. What does AI look like for L3C?
So this is a generic term that lots of people use. You'll also hear terminology such as machine learning, deep learning, and it's kind of an all-encompassing thing. But basically think about improving decision making, improving the way you actually do business. So we are a long way away from robots taking over the world. Now you might see those, and in development labs there are some fantastic robotic experiences. But what our clients are doing are mainly things around trying to improve their business processes and trying to get an edge in the marketplace.
So automation and removing some of the human interaction, is that fairly accurate?
It's augmenting human decision making. So humans will always rule, so people should not be afraid of AI, but humans will always rule. Humans apply the empathy, the logic, but what AI gives you is the hard processing capability to process tons and tons of information that a human brain could not do in the time frame. So think of AI as augmenting the human decision-making process.
Perfect. And have you got some examples of where you've helped your clients with this?
Yeah, so we have a number of clients, and basically AI is prevalent across all industries. Everyone can use an AI solution. Now this could be something quite simple, such as a chatbot, which many insurance companies use, for example, and finance companies. When you click on doing a web chat, quite often it is actually a chatbot, it's not actually a real person.
Yeah.
That is a very simple and common AI solution. But moving on from that, for example, healthcare has huge potential for using AI. So we've got a client at the moment, Imperial College, and one of their radiologists is developing a solution and just doing a kind of proof of concept around looking at x-rays and trying to improve the time to actually review x-rays. Because apparently, from what he was telling me, is that 70% of x-rays are normal and only 30% need actually looking at by a specialist. So if an AI solution built by a human can actually take away those 70% so that the radiologists only have to focus on the 30%, then first of all, that's great for radiologists, and it's great for us as patients, because we're all patients. That's great for us because it'll remove the time of waiting for is it okay, or do you need to more specialist intervention?
Absolutely.
So we know, obviously, regarding on industry, that the benefits can be different. So for healthcare it would be different to insurance, but what are those kind of generic benefits of using AI for your customers?
It's improving basically the way they do business and improving their solution, and the whole phraseology around AI can be confusing, but when you are developing an AI solution, what you are trying to do is do something quicker. So improve your time to market, improve your time to accuracy. So if you have developed an analytics solution, if you've developed some kind of financial reporting solution, is how can you make that more accurate more quickly? And that's what the processing power of AI brings you. So if you're looking at geology, for example, so we have clients testing geology solutions, looking at seismic models. If you can improve those and get your answer, whatever your answer may be, quicker, then that is what AI is doing for you, compared to having people do it, which hasn't worked up to now. Many of the times they couldn't get the answer. It wasn't physically possible to get an answer with a room full of people. Previously, the processing power wasn't big enough to actually get the answer. So AI has been around for 30, 40 years. I mean, in you're not old enough to remember, but in the early 80s, one of the films of the year was amazingly called AI, which was about artificial intelligence. So it's been around for ages, the concept, the whole idea of it, but the processing power hasn't been there. And what's now enabled that is what's called the GPU, which is the graphical processing unit, which anyone who's got children or spends too much time on a PlayStation or Xbox, they are powered by NVIDIA GPUs. They are powered by GPUs. And that graphical processing, if you think of your average video game and how that's evolved with, FIFA, whatever game you play, that processing power has been brought now to the marketplace to enable the wider industry to develop solutions. And it is basically getting your answer, whatever you're trying to solve, is getting your answer quicker. That's what AI is, getting your answer quicker.
So some people talk about the £100 an hour jobs, and I guess some of the work that you're doing, and chatbots is a good example that you spoke about, is preventing somebody that's on a good salary just answering menial questions time and time again, or someone looking at two different images that are going to be the same. So I guess it's not removing people from the process, but it's allowing those people that are doing the highly paid work to concentrate on the real important information.
Exactly, and that's the whole thing. So you will still need humans. Humans will always rule, but it is about augmenting that human intelligence. So if you take the radiology example, there is a shortage worldwide of radiologists. If you can cut down the stuff that doesn't need looking at, and who decides what needs looking at or what doesn't need looking at? It's the radiologists. It's expert radiologists who will decide whether in front, when they create the AI solution, they will decide up front whether something is okay or needs further investigation. If you can eliminate the ones that are okay by an AI solution, so that the actual experts are only looking at the things that need further investigation, and then you can go even deeper and branch off into the various subject experts. But if you can take away the stuff that doesn't need looking at, imagine at the end of a long day you're looking through something fine, that is probably not the best use of someone's time or the most interesting job in the world. If you're highly trained and then you're giving something that needs further investigation, then that is surely more motivational and a better use of people's time.
And surely increased accuracy, no one's going to argue that when it comes to your health. So.
Exactly. And don't forget that who has decided that this image was good, this image needed further investigation? Well, radiologists have designed the solution. They've decided the model and what needs to be looked at. So it's designed by a human, but the processing power of the machine, of the computer, takes away that mundane and takes away the stuff that doesn't need investigation.
And the risk of human error, potentially.
Exactly.
So a strange analogy, but I was away at the weekend and speaking to a policeman, one of our friends, and saying to him, what's the biggest cause of car accidents? And he said human error. So if you can remove some of that human element of it, and even if you automate 10% of that, or you add a AI application around that, then the results are going to be a lot better, as you said.
So I mean, I can understand the emotion around it, but if you question, so with humans, what is the target rate of acceptance or failure rate, whatever methodology you want to use? And it could be an analytical dashboard, it could be a financial solution, it could be a healthcare solution. Every time the machine rate or the AI solution rate is been higher than the actual human rate. Now, of course, it needs to get higher and higher, but if your human rate of failure is maybe 30%, so 70% of the time they're going to get it right, or 90%, whatever it is, an AI solution, every time I've seen, has raised that. So why would you not want to implement that? Because it's better than what was there before.
Yeah. Well, Jerry, thank you for coming in today. It's been a really interesting conversation and great to hear how L3C are helping clients with their AI journey.
Okay, thank you, Bev.
Thank you.